Good evening, sir.
Sorry to interrupt. Thank you
No,
for giving me the time.
no, and it was probably my fault too for not calling you up when we got to 1772. We'll need your name and address for the record.
Sure.
And then realize you have 3 minutes.
Sure. My name is Michael Leibowitz. I reside in Denver, 601 West 11th, number 717 in Denver. Is it okay? This does not involve ordinance number 1772.
Right.
This is just
Now you can talk about anything that's not on the agenda.
Okay. I'm here with my business partner tonight, Daryl Sousa, representing our company called Flowering Pharmaceuticals, LLC. We're here tonight to express our interest in conducting business in Commerce City. Also tonight is a representative from a warehouse at 5355 Dahlia property in which we'd like to operate our business at. Our business is in the field of medical marijuana. Although this business is very new to Commerce City, it's not new to the state of Colorado, with Amendment 20 having passed in the year 2000. Nor is this business new to Daryl or myself, who have been licensed caretakers for the last 6 years. As I'm sure you're all aware, there's been a recent fervor in this industry as of late. This is due to our federal government's proclamation that they will no longer prosecute any business in this industry that is abiding by state law. The issue of marijuana has been at the forefront of a long debate, and this is the reason I'm speaking. Ironically, if Mr. Farley's warehouse was a mere 2 blocks west of its current location, we would already have the necessary permits to conduct business, as the city of Denver does not currently have any regulations of this business. Although it would be easy enough to go to another city that does not have regulations or moratoriums currently established, we really like the property and have established a great working relationship with the owner. In fact, we had already worked out a deal and were ready to sign the lease until we came down here to get permits and realized the business is currently under review. Now, I've read Ordinance 1770 that is set up for a first reading a week from tomorrow, I believe, and I am impressed by the Commerce City's initiative, your initiative, and promptness in addressing this business. And being compliant with established regulations means that as a businessman, I don't have to operate worrying that things could change rapidly. Mr. Farley's warehouse is already compliant with all 15 regulations that are set aside in the ordinance and located in an I-3 industrial park. Our business model, though, is not conventional. We do not plan to open retail or dispensary type stores that are sprouting up everywhere, more commonly referred to. Instead, we simply want to be a wholesaler. We have a current business relationship with many store owners throughout the state and would be supplying them directly. None of these stores, ironically, are even in Commerce City, and by the looks of Ordinance 1770, I doubt that any future retailer would have interest. But for us as a wholesaler, a quiet, discreet industrial park with a goal of 100% anonymity is a perfect place. Like any business, it's important to strike while the iron is hot. I wholeheartedly believe that Ordinance 1770 is a great idea and hope that it passes quickly with uniform consent. However, having to obtain a conditional use permit to conduct this business in Commerce City, which could take anywhere from 4 to 6 months, is certainly a deal killer. Having read the fact sheet for the conditional use permit and Ordinance 1770, my attorneys and Mr. Farley's attorneys have concluded that we are fully compliant with the provisions of the ordinance. Therefore, we all wonder the same thing. Why is there even a need for us to obtain a conditional use permit at all for this business if it's already strictly regulated? All we're doing is growing plants under lights indoors. It's not any more complicated. Ordinance 1770 was written to regulate this business, but by going through a CUP application, I have 2 paragraphs left, is that okay?
If I let me just explain something. Ordinarily, we would do that, but if I let you do it, there's people here in this audience that'll beat me up for reading this.
We pretty much have the idea of what
Yes. And what I'm going to do is refer you to Mr. Gaylor, because what you have is a definite legal question that we're not going to be able to answer in this particular venue anyway. Mr. Gaylor, if you would get whatever information you need from this gentleman, and if the 2 of you could then work out what needs to be done, and then maybe to advise us of where that negotiation went. That would probably be in your best interest anyway.
Okay.
Is that good? So if you want to just take a minute and talk to Mr. Gaylor, just so you can swap information.